One game at a time.
Bestia? No. I'm writing the script right here. Bestia,
G2.
M80, because Kaplan, then Sentinels.
Oh, you just get full revenge.
And I'll take out everyone, bro. Just
yeah.
take them all out. That's the script right there. Then, Loudja. Then, actually, we start in lowers.
Oh, yeah.
I think
we would start in lowers.
We would start in lowers.
So we would play.
Loud will lose, and then we'll play them in lowers.
There it is. You heard
Full
the man.
prophecy.
There it is.
Post it.
There it is. There it is.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the C9 podcast, joined by Vic and Zelsis. Post game after
EG.
Jesus Christ.
The loss to EG. You're good.
I
You're
couldn't
good.
even remember who we fucking played.
You're fine. It's great. This is good. It was a good intro. We're tired, guys. That's all. That's all you got to know. It's fine.
Yeah, long day. Just played Fluxo 2 days ago. Had 1 day of prep, rest, and then played EG today, 1-2.
Yeah. Should have been a win. Well, honestly, should have been a loss. But we came back.
Yeah.
And we could have won.
Very
sadly.
much so.
Yeah.
You want to start with Fluxo?
We can start with Fluxo. I think Fluxo, that series was like, obviously Lotus is a map we're still working on, but I think it's still a strong map for us. I think just the double duelist meta is like, you start getting rolling, and then, it's very easy for double duelists to just start steamrolling and running it down. So I think that's kind of what happened on Lotus, but obviously we had two of our very good maps the next two maps, and it's a BO3 for a reason, so we close it out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I just positives were resilience at the first map. Responded to it really well. Couldn't really have gone much worse, to be honest. But yeah, we could have probably played Lotus better in terms of like their composition, playing around it a certain way. Still confident in our Lotus. Some more things to change and work on. But last two maps, we played our game and just executed what we were trying to do. So happy with that. I don't know if many of the mistakes we were making in Fluxo popped up during the EG game. But I think a handful of things that we've been talking about, working on, and targeting were kind of the main reasons and takeaways why we probably lost today.
Yeah, I think today was a little bit, not really sure. Haven, we were in good spot. Like, Breeze obviously went well for us, but Haven, I think we were in good spots. We just didn't close out the rounds. And then Sunset, we just trolled some rounds, I feel like with our rotates and our micro team decisions within the game, and then obviously we made a little comeback, but close but no cigar.
Yeah, didn't do ourselves too many favors with double pistol loss into bonus, and I think if I remember, we won the majority of the gun rounds themselves, which just cope and saying it, that's a good sign. But
that is a good sign.
Yeah, starting down like 4-11, 5-11, it's the most uphill battle we could really take on at that point.
Yeah.
But kept our heads in the game, gave ourselves a good chance, came down to a 3v3 round 24. There's Worlds, it goes our way, Worlds, it goes their way. I think if we executed better in that round, not even just in terms of the execution at B, but what we were trying to do and be on the same page, probably took it to OT. Don't know what happens at that point, but we at least would have given ourselves a second lease on life.
Yeah.
I will say, after you killed the first guy, I thought you were going to win it.
The 1v3?
Yeah, the 1v3.
I did too.
It was a 1v2. I was like, if there was anyone to take us home right now, it'd be Jordan. And I saw you had two sensors, and I was like, I think you insta killed like the first guy, and I got a little excited. So, but after you lost, I was like, damn.
Yeah, we had a couple close touches. Jack almost had a 1v3.
Yeah.
DG's in slid on him with the drone timing. Yeah, some rounds we normally win, like the pistol. We convert those.
Oh, defense pistol was so sad.
Yeah.
So very, very sad.
Got first pick. They walked into the trap, triggered the trap, and just couldn't find the kills.
Away,
Yeah, sometimes it's just that simple. It didn't get the kills on a trap that we converted pretty much every time they walked into it in scrims.
Yeah.
Going into play-ins, at least for me, being here from stage one, probably the most positive and confident I felt that we have been. Especially, beating one of the top teams in our region with 100 Thieves. Beat Crew pretty convincingly, had a decent showing of Loud with our new system. So going into it, I don't think we could have been much more confident or prepared with our mental state and approach going into it. Felt like we were ready to take on anything that was thrown at us. How do you guys feel going in?
I agree. I think the momentum that we built during the end of stage 2 definitely helped with how confident I think everyone felt for play-ins. I think especially the game against 100 Thieves, it shows that we are capable of being a top team, but also being able to execute what we've been trying to do and say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. I mean, obviously the year hasn't gone great, but I think those wins at the end of, like you said, stage 2 just kind of gave like the confidence of like, okay, we just needed a little bit of time and a little bit of hard conversations and things to kind of go our way and kind of not go our way to get there.
Yeah.
So I think going into play-ins, like, you know, when we got those wins, it kind of like told me like, oh, well, like, for example, we should have beat Sen, and then Loud was very close as well.
Yeah.
Like, and I think like all the little mistakes kind of just add up, but I think at the end, like, everyone's very confident, having fun.
Yeah.
We're vibing, we're joking on stage, you know, things like that. So still very confident in plans and very happy. Sorry. Still very confident and still very happy with everything that's been going because, you know, things were doom and gloom, but now there is some sunshine in the window.
Sunshine rainbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I think once we made the swap, our goal was mainly just to be prepared for play-ins.
Yeah.
So I think we accomplished what we wanted to in the last 3 games of the stage. So going into it,
Yeah.
I had something I was going to say, but I forgot.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, so the form we were talking about going into play-ins, I think it showed, you know, kind of towards our ceiling. I still don't think we hit it exactly. I still think 100 Thieves and crew, we were playing around 80, 90%, and we still had another level that we could achieve. And right now, after the Fluxo game, some of the mistakes we were making, and then what happened today against EG, I think we just have to work on the consistency of the form. Because we've shown the level that we can have. We just need to increase our floor to make sure that, you know, we can continue beating the teams that, in our mind, we should beat.
Yeah.
And then when we have an off day, we're still consistent enough that we can pull out those wins.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree. I think, oh, whoops. Jesus. I think with Fluxo, we kind of saw, like, us not regress, but almost, like, kind of, like, not play how we were playing going into play-ins. And then I also think that kind of happened with EG on Sunset. Like, we just kind of, like, stopped where we were improving, and then, like, we made the same mistakes against EG that, like, we make on, like, the maps we lose, and it costs us a lot.
I think it's like the autopilot, where, like, you know, when you get uncomfortable, you go to a certain play style or certain way of playing, whether that be, you know, peeking too much or playing too much for one side, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's just building, like, off of what the loss is, but also learning, and there's so much learning you can do.
Yeah, we've learned a lot this year.
Well, we can't learn anymore. We need to, you know, we need to go undefeated now here.
We do. Undefeated for 3 games.
Undefeated for 3 games. Then we can lose again to learn.
Then we can learn again.
Yeah, then we can learn again. I mean, there is a lot of learning with losing and winning.
Yeah.
But obviously, you learn the most when you lose because your mistakes and your gaps and everything get more shown. So, but yeah, still very confident. I mean, we play Bestia, then we play weakened G2 or M80, and then
it'll be like Sin Fluxo, Crew. I'm missing one team.
Give me Bestia, Sentinels.
One game at a time. One game at a time.
Bestia? No. I'm writing the script right here. Bestia,
G2,
M80. Because Kaplan, then Sentinels.
Oh, you just get full revenge.
And I'll take out everyone, bro. Just
yeah.
take them all out. That's the script right there. Then, Loudja. Then, actually, we start in lowers.
Oh, yeah.
I think
we would start in lowers.
We would start in lowers.
So we would play.
Loud will lose, and then we'll play them in lowers.
There it is. You heard
Full
the man.
prophecy.
There it is.
Post it.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, well, speaking of play-ins, MV beat Sentinels. And Furia beat G2.
Yeah.
The MV one, I'm not really shocked, to be honest.
I felt like if they showed up, they definitely could have won that game.
Yeah.
I think Envy is one of those teams who has, with all due respect, a low floor, like a lower floor, but a very high ceiling when they do click in a game.
Yeah.
And they can beat pretty much anybody when they do play like to the level that they can show.
Yeah, I think it's just like all their players are like you said,
Mechanically insane.
mechanically gifted. So it's like if 1 or 2 of them is even popping off, like they're gonna have a better time. But if they're not, like they don't really have much. I feel like they don't really have like much to fall back on. Like I still feel like watching them, they still play pretty well. Like it's not like it's like they're just running it down. But it's like okay, like Kesnet or Demon One or Knights, like they all take their timings and like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Collective
and, like,
chaos.
Yeah, it's collective chaos.
Yeah.
When it works,
they're
looks
NA's
real good.
Paper X.
Yeah.
But sadly, I actually feel like if Envy was in like APAC or something,
They'd be really good. Yeah.
They'd be really good because everyone plays like that in
Yeah.
APAC. But like here, it's more like teams are more like a little bit more
Yeah.
methodical and like everything like
Structured.
that. So yeah, but yeah, the MV versus Sen didn't really surprise me. I think Sen's been kind of a little bit
Shaky.
underwhelming. Like I think they're a very good team and very good players. I just think when they start losing, they start to like, I don't know, they almost like play like
To their
in
like
their
autopilot.
spawn.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like
Yeah.
autopilot. So I think if they can get over that, they'll be better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then today's game before us, G2 versus Furia.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was expecting G2 to win pretty convincingly, but at the same time, I think both teams are in a weird state of G2 are a little bit unsure about their approach to the meta. They're still trying to figure that out. And then Furia, I don't know what's going on, but I guess they picked it back up.
I think everyone's been playing really like I think basic Qual and Noob have been
basic, man.
unreal, and I think Arcton like comic supporting cast is also like having their moments, and it really elevates their team to where people are able to play with confidence, you know, and everyone kind of has their moments to shine. And I think they're hitting like a stride, kind of like what we did, but we were a little earlier, and I think right now they're hitting their little stride. So I think they just have to keep the form up.
Yeah, it was also a tough position for Calm because I believe he was IGLing at one point.
Yeah.
Coming into a brand new team and system and taking over IGLing is a lot.
I don't know,
So I imagine Artson taking that role back over kind of allowed him to just play a little bit more like comfortable and just do his strengths, which is obviously going to empower the rest of the team. And then, you know, Koala's taking over on the Neon. Basics Phoenix is pretty fucking good too.
Neon Phoenix.
What a meta of our game right now.
I will say, like, it feels like this play-in is kind of like kickoff still, where the meta's still like weird.
the same
yeah,
thing. It's
like
literally-
there's
I
some
feel like the
teams.
meta has not changed.
Some teams are still playing double duels. Some teams are trying to find their footing within like double Senti, double Initiate, or whatever. Like G2, I think they're playing Sky on a lot of maps, but like everyone's still trying to find their groove. And some teams are like winning because of it. Like I think even Sen or Envy, like they're playing double duelists, and I think some teams are like playing different comps because I feel like they think, oh, double duelist isn't like it's easy to read now, you know what I mean? But I still think there's teams like where Envy where they can
You
get
still have to
momentum.
stop
Yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
they can still stomp you, and I think it's just hard. And it's
Yeah.
good for certain teams, bad for certain teams. So
I just missed the meta last year. You saw everything. Anything you wanted to play, you could play, and
Yeah.
it could work if you
Yeah.
executed it well. Now it just feels like you can play meta or counter meta. There's really no in between.
Yeah.
And if you counter meta and you start losing, your map's basically over.
Good luck with the snowball.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 ult orb, Phoenix, get it out of here.
3 lives and a half, 4 lives and a half.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Fury today lose pistol and anti-eco, and he still had it.
Yeah.
With like 2 kills.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing here?
You just farm orbs, get bomb plant. God forbid you get an eco. Thought on certain teams.
I
Just
think
want to do like, oh,
just
sorry,
like-
go ahead.
internationally, I guess, like on certain teams, I think it's just tier 2. Like this is the first time where tier 2 teams are actually in like the franchise system.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
it's
EMEA, they
shown.
look really good.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
it's shown like tier 2 teams do put in like the same amount of time as tier 1 teams, and it's just unfortunate how franchise like system is where certain teams are in, certain teams aren't out. So I mean, it's nice to see people get their
Recognition.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like EMEA also has some better structure of their tier 2 environment with the regional leagues, with the actual EMEA Challengers League. And a lot of players who are talented don't feel forced to take VCT opportunities, in my opinion, because they know that, one, they have like financial and org support more than we do in NA tier 2. And it kind of just allows them to be more comfortable to then either play with their team or just find a better opportunity longer term. Because I don't feel like they're as forced to just make that jump because they got an offer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
their
I
team's
mean, I
still
think they have a lot of player wise. Like they have more. I feel like they have a bigger player base than we
Oh,
do
definitely.
as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
especially trying to like player base in a sense of like going pro. I think like, and I think it's just like a culture thing. Like people in NA, I feel
I
like
agree.
people in NA, I feel like it's like, oh, if I go pro, I go pro. Like it's whatever. But like
Yeah.
people like in EU, EMEA or whatever, they're like actually actively trying to go pro.
It's like
and,
their life in a
win.
sense,
Yeah,
you know?
it's like
It's
their
like-
life. Whereas like North America, I feel it's kind of like, whatever. Like if I go pro, I go pro. So it's like,
I think definitely it is harder than probably NA, and I think, I mean, you have Mr. Fun Arvs and stuff to kind of get your name out there, but I feel like they're not as serious in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get recognized unless you're in like a top challengers team in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Painful loss aside, we still got games to win. Play Bestia in 4 or 5 days on the 19th. So
3 days.
3 days?
3
Yeah.
days.
So probably going to do a day off tomorrow. I'm going to do some prep. Coaches aren't going to take the day off. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I know you probably won't have a full day off probably either. I know you love your life.
I love my life 69.
But yeah, we got Bestia coming up. I do remember from the Crew series, they started out very strong, kind of like Fluxo did against us. They won Breeze, I believe, and then they kind of teetered out a little bit towards the second 2 maps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't care who we're facing. I'm still extremely confident. It's all there for us. So it's just kind of up to us to win these games, and it doesn't matter who's in front of us.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think, I mean, I'm like king of going into the lower runs and making a run, so I'm still very confident and excited to play.
Yeah.
I think every match is still like an enjoyable journey that we can go on together.
Yeah, I think that was beautiful.
Nice.
I think the lower teams right now probably all have a similar like sentiment or feeling about like, oh, we probably should have won the game that sent us down here. So, I mean, not everyone's going to be at 100% of what they should be or what they think they are. So every team's beatable. Any one of these matches can go any way. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree. Hard agree.
I think with the lower bracket, it will definitely I think for the teams that are in playoffs right now, I think the teams that come out of play-ins will come out a lot stronger, a lot better in a sense. So I think even losing this EG game, in a sense, we might have more games to be played. And I think if we do win all these games, I think we'll strengthen it. Yeah, we'll be better long term. And I think it is it sucks now, but I think in the future it will help us. And I think our map pool will get stronger, our confidence together, and playing different styles because different region in a sense. So I think it'll be good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of just like a reiteration of the Lao game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's been the C9 podcast. We return on August 19th against Bestia for our lower round 1. Appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to the fans. We love you guys. Thank you for all the support, and hope to see you again for the next match.
Bye, guys. Make sure you buy the C9 bundle. Thank you.